Aloha, guys. This is the Organic Conversations, and today I'm with the best therapist in the world. This is Maria. She's been my personal therapist. She's been on here already before, and we'll have many more episodes following this just because I think physical health is great. It's amazing, but mental health is just as important, if not more important. So I'm super stoked because Maria has helped me through so many things, so many chapters of my life, but also a lot of self-limiting beliefs, a lot of things that I had that I didn't realize that I carried throughout my adulthood that has brought upon many cycles of not good doing. So I'm so thankful for her because she's brought me out of those and shown me such a brighter light. And honestly, the reason why I'm here today and why I'm a better man is a lot to do with you. So I'm so fucking thankful for you so much. So thank you. This is Maria. She has her own private practice, which is called Inner Peace San Diego. She not only does private therapy sessions, but she also does group retreats that if you are one of her clients and she approves of you to go on these retreats, they are the most expansive, the most groundbreaking thing as far as inner work and just feeling better about, where you're at in life. So I can't recommend them enough.
And the retreats are open to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just clients.
Yeah, not just clients.
Okay.
If you were interested in a retreat, just give me a call. We'd chat,
Okay.
see if it's a good fit. So hello, everybody. Today we're going to have a very raw and real segment.
Yes.
There's a lot going on right now in the world with a lot of people, with the kind of heaviness or stress that's been happening. And a lot of my clients are coming in just feeling a little beat down right now.
I mean, I even feel it too, honestly. And like life's going well for me, but I still feel almost as if, as a woo-woo term, the collective is feeling a lot of heaviness.
Yes. And also today I want to address, like, how do we pick ourselves up? Where do we find hope when we feel hopeless? When everything is ticking along and going well, and then we have some things happen, because things beyond our control happen all the time. For you, having all this construction right next to where you live. For me, having several of my rescues passing or being ill. There's so much that happens in our lives that we have no control over, but we still have to find hope in those times where we feel beat down. And so I talk with a lot of clients about that. It's like, how do we do that? And you and I were just talking about isolation. So, when I have felt isolated at times in my life, people were like, join a meetup, do this, join a sport, do an activity. When you're isolating, generally you're depressed, you're down, you're anxious.
You don't want to go.
No.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, being recommended to join a meetup, yeah, that's great when you're feeling good. But when you're isolated and your self-esteem is down, you're feeling anxious, insecure maybe, or just so beaten down by life. Finances are huge right now for everybody. So that's when I say is the best time to reach out to a therapist for some help.
Yeah.
So yesterday a client came in and he's in that situation. He's in sales. He's not selling anything. He used to be a top salesperson. Now, past 3 sales jobs, selling nothing. He's living in a little, hole compared to what he did because he changed his lifestyle. He's, got a very small cocoon of a life. And it's like, okay, how do you expand that? Having a safe space to share what's really going on, where someone can really understand and empathize, hold space, and help you kind of see outside this cocoon is a way to break through that isolation. I mean, I wish it was as easy as join a meetup, call a friend.
Right.
If you can do that, great, do it. But if you're not in a place that you can do that, I really encourage people to reach out and find someone that you can talk to. Because it makes all the difference in the world to find someone who can really understand, really get what you're feeling and what you're going through.
And non-biased too. You know, like if I were to call my mom, she's gonna give me a kind of biased view, especially, you know, if I talk about, you know, melody or something, she's gonna
Right.
give me, you know, an extremely biased thing. So, which is amazing. She cares so much, but like, not only are you unbiased, but also you're educated in the fact that you can pull me through everything that's going through my brain and to like kind of make it just like tangible instead of just a million thoughts going through my mind.
Right.
And I'm just talking about my own experience
Of
with
course.
you, but
And looking at the reality of a situation, when we get beat down, I don't generally see clearly. I just there's a panic. There's like, what am I going to do? You know, and I can't see all these pathways. But there are pathways. There's always pathways, but I can't always see them. So getting some help to find those paths, what are some different pathways for me? Sometimes it's just really feeling my feelings and working through what I need to work through, like not trying to avoid stuff, you know,
which people do that through
distract.
drugs, alcohol,
Right.
friends, social media.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with the holidays coming, depression, and with actually not just the holidays, as like fall, winter approaches and the days are shorter,
Yep.
it's like I was talking with someone, there's this like hovering gloom.
I mean, honestly, I think it's the lack of vitamin D because that's such a huge synthesis in our body to feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if they do it on purpose because the daylight savings is coming right around the corner and the sunset will be at 4:50 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah. Insane.
And people aren't walking, you know, a
Right.
lot of walkers walking their dogs, getting out, socializing with friends. It's like, oh, it's nighttime. I'm going to close the door and be home alone and, you know, watch TV until I pass out.
Right.
Or drink or drug or do whatever you do that distracts you from the world. So connection, and I talk about connection all the time. We need connection. We need more connection than anything. We don't need AI connection.
No, that's fake.
We don't need to be talking to AI.
Yeah.
So I shared this, I believe, with you recently that a friend was sharing her AI friend, and it was almost frightening because it's like, wow, so you don't need an actual friend to talk to. And another friend of mine said, wow, that kind of made me sad seeing that she would prefer to talk to her AI friend than call a real friend.
Wow. That's shocking. That's scary.
And that's happening.
That is happening way quicker than we imagine.
Yeah.
I was telling you the other day about the AI hallucinations where like AI will give a wrong response to somebody and it'll know that it did it, but you have to like almost call it out. So it's almost thinking on its own.
Yeah, so I looked up what you shared with me about sad
Yeah.
about the teenage boy.
Yeah, so this has been happening more as well. I mean, not just this case, but AI, ChatGPT, all this literally kind of convincing people that are on suicide watch to do it. To like just go ahead and do it.
And I mean that's horrifying to me. Horrifying. And what kills me is that that's a platform that people are reaching out to when they are depressed as their therapy, and are reaching out to this platform when they are isolated. So I just want to encourage all of you and any of you to find a real human with real emotions and real feelings and genuine care. That's what all of us need. That's what people need. People want to be seen, heard, validated, cared for, respected. It's not like a lot we're asking for. And we can give that to one another, but if you are in that dark space, I really do encourage you to reach out, to put your pride aside. There is no pride. There is no need for pride in these situations, but a lot of people have it.
Yeah.
You know, even
it's scary to reach out initially, especially.
It is scary.
Yeah. You don't want to be judged, all this, you know.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But
it's the vulnerability. It's scary to be vulnerable. It's easy to give. It's hard to receive because receiving is vulnerable.
As a man, it's especially hard to ask for help.
Yes.
Oftentimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to give some empathy to the men out there, but it's more courageous to ask for help to better yourself than it is to stay stagnant or keep going down that hill, that path.
You know, you have been a great role model for young men to reach out for help, because there have been people who've reached out to me, young men in particular. I mean, people of all ages, but young men in particular who you inspired. Because it's like, oh, wow. If Austin could do this, and you know, you share about your story, where you've been, they look at you as a strong man, they're like, I could reach out for help too.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the smartest people in the world, they have their own coaches, their own therapists, you know, like they have a team of people that are elevating them. This is no different.
Right.
This is no different, you know, so.
Yeah. So, you know, I really do encourage people, you know, don't give up on yourself. You know, suicide is real. And I told you this is very dear and close to my heart. And I had multiple friends commit suicide in my 20s, multiple. And I remember at the time, I'm like, whoa, it was like, and I was feeling suicidal at times in my life where I felt like, what's the point? You know, it's too hard. It's too much. There is no hope. There's nothing for me, you know. And I think finances lead people down that road. Heartbreak is also way up there, where people have either OD'd, maybe not purposely, we don't know, you know, just not cared enough about themselves that they were so reckless with alcohol and drugs.
A lot of times people don't have a support system.
Exactly.
You know, like if the heartbreak or the financial destruct or, you know, their house gets foreclosed or whatever, it's like a lot of times people don't have anyone to talk to or reach out to.
So people who even do have people to reach out and talk to don't. So the other night I was with some friends. My sweet love, my dog Lucky, went into heart failure and died 3 weeks ago, and it's been just traumatic. He's been a therapy dog to every client. He's been on every retreat. He's been like the greatest love. Yeah. So I was sharing it with some friends, just how much pain I'm in and how it hurts. And someone came up to me and said, I really admire how you actually talk about how much pain you're in and how you've shared it with so many people. And I said, I have to. I have to, because I cannot drown in this place. Yes, it's my journey of grief. No one can take the grief from me. But while I'm on this journey of grief and loss, I need support. I need people who can say, yeah, Maria, that sucks. That's hard. I know what that feels like. I've been there, you know, and not give me that response of just be grateful for the time you had. Okay, people, that doesn't help anyone, by the way, in grief. Yeah. Be grateful for what you had. I will get there, and I am grateful, but right now I'm just in agony because the loss is there. So this friend who said that to me said, I never let people know when I'm hurting. So I think there are people who even have people to talk to, but because we don't want to burden anyone. Because I ask clients all the time, what's the biggest reason you don't share your pain or hurt or ask people for help? Well, I don't want to be a burden.
That's huge.
I don't want to burden someone. I don't want to bring them down, right? I don't want to bring the mood down. I don't want to burden someone. I don't want to bring the mood down.
But a real friend is supposed to support you no matter the high or the low.
Exactly.
Right.
And you know, it's interesting, because I have been sharing it, I don't go to these events and just sit there in this like dark place. Right. I share a little. I feel genuinely cared for, and then I'm laughing and I'm having a good time with people. Yeah. You know, and I get a reprieve, not an escape, a reprieve. An escape is me trying to stuff those feelings away, right? A reprieve is I'm not, because I can't be in grief all the time. A reprieve is I get to enjoy people and connections and laugh and my life and do good things. And then when the feelings come up, I can take that space I need with myself and have those feelings.
And you're not playing victim to your feelings either. You're like, addressing them, having support around you, and just kind of moving through it.
That's it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
The victim.
Because people will play victim to their own feelings, and that's like the opposite side of the fence, where they're just trauma dumping on everybody.
Yeah.
But they're not going anywhere past that.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is...
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what turns people off, is a victim. You know, going to people and just be like, poor me, poor me, poor me, my life sucks, you know, or this is happening or that. I mean, I have a friend talking about her financial issues all the time, and part of me is like, hey, we all have financial issues.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are with your finances.
Yeah.
You know, but like, please, enough already. Like,
yeah,
you're talking to the choir here.
Yeah, you brought it up and without any action past that. Yeah.
Right. Like, okay, you know, and I can give some empathy and understanding around financial issues. A lot of my clients have financial issues, you know.
Totally.
It's not that. It's just focusing just on that. It's like, okay, that's when I do need to find some gratitude, right?
I feel like that's when it goes from like empathy to drama almost.
Yes.
You know, it's like they're not even looking for a support anymore. It's like, oh, they're just being like, they're just sitting in the trauma and being filling like it with like just drama.
And it's also, to me, and when people are talking about being a burden, what's being a burden? Like you said, just dumping your stuff. And not doing the work to move through it, not doing anything, just dumping it and complaining and staying negative. So I mean, even with my friends, you know, who are like, "How's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh man, another cat's sick," and I don't even want to say it anymore. 'Cause, just for people listening, I've done a lot of rescue, and a lot of my rescues are aging out. So there's a lot of sickness, and there's a lot of death. So even I have thought, man, I'm not bringing up the next cat that's sick. That I'm like, my dog just passed, my cat just passed this, and I don't want to do that. So it's like a fine line, you know, because I don't want to trauma dump, and it's like, but I also want to be real, you know, and
it feels good to talk about it, you know, to people that care.
But I think when people play victim, they expect people to jump into rescue mode. I don't want anyone jumping in. There's nothing anyone can do.
Most people don't want that, right?
Right.
They don't want to
exactly.
Oh, here's your answer.
Right.
Especially men to women. Men try to always give the answers, right?
Yes.
You know, like women just want to be heard and like say it back to them and support them. Don't freaking give them the answer, you know.
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's a big deal. I know that is for sure. So
so if you are supporting someone going through something, just listen. Just hold space. Don't give solutions. If someone asks you for some guidance and fine. But don't try to fix it, because honestly, you're fixing it for you, not for them. You're fixing it for you because it hurts you to see someone in pain, which, okay. And you have to sit with that. I mean, I have to sit with, you know, I hate seeing people in pain, but I can sit with them in their pain, and then I can release it and move on.
Yeah.
You know, we can do that for one another. We need to be doing that for one another.
Yes, we do. I think a big thing that with the sharing of friend to friend is the vulnerability piece. Right. And it's like most often people don't know how to be vulnerable, but something that you said on one of your retreats, which is vulnerability breeds vulnerability.
Right.
So like if I'm vulnerable to my friend group or that one friend I'm talking to, they feel much more safe to kind of tell me what they're going through.
Exactly.
Which feels good, because in today's day and age, everybody is pretty closed off and just like, oh, everything's fine. And, you know, in reality, at home or in their own head, it's like chaos or whatnot. And it's like, so when I set the stage to be like, okay, I'm going through this, and this, like, and then they might say a few things back, which is really cool. And I think that builds like true connection.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And vulnerability requires taking off the mask. So another situation with a client who just lost a very close friend. She's 29. He was maybe 32. And he took his life. I said, what did you admire most about him? She said, he always had it together. He was so strong. He could handle any situation, anything. And I'm like, right there it is. Because was his image. He did not know how, which is so sad, makes me want to cry. He did not know how to take that image off that he had. You know, and some of it I'm sure was very genuine. Some of it's an image, right?
Yeah.
To say, hey, I can't handle it. I'm in a situation so deep in it that I don't see a way out. And he was unable to do that. And he took his life.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
Yeah. So this image we portray, that's why, as a therapist, I tell all my clients, do not put me on a pedestal. And I am always going to be honest, real with you. I am not going to pretend my life is perfect, everything is perfect. I'm not going to play that because that's dangerous. You need to see that I have real emotions, that I go through life as well, and that I can overcome, and that I can grow, and I can evolve, and I can, handle things.
Because if they did put you on a pedestal, then it's like, oh, well, she's solving it because she's better than me or whatever,
That, but also me showing that I'm human shows you it's okay to be human. We're all fallible.
Love that.
Right. And so because I was when I was younger, maybe sometimes still, impulsive, right? A little reckless, like made some really bad choices throughout my life at different pivotal times, went through some really deep, dark heartbreaks and just bad decisions that led me in bad places. I have a deep understanding for what people go through. I have no judgment. I love when people like yourself show up at the door like you did and just spew it out.
Yeah.
And I can look at you with honest, genuine love because I'm like, man, that took a lot of guts. I'm proud of you for sharing that. And I have zero judgment. Thank
you. And I appreciate that. And I think that's why I can connect with you and others, clients can connect with you so well, is because you've been through the ringer. It's like you're not just like someone that just like graduated college and hasn't had a lick of problems in their life. It's like, no, you've gone through like extreme depths, which, that feels really good for me to be heard and seen by you when I've known that you've gone through this or much worse or similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we look at what we go through in our life, whatever heartache, pain, trauma, and we can turn it into something good, which is useful for others, which is what I've done in my practice, is I wouldn't change my past as much as some of those events. You would think I would want to change all of them. But all those events have allowed me to help others because I'm like, wow, I've been there. Wow, I've done that. Wow, people are like, whoa, Shame, guilt is I feel bad about what I did. Shame is I am a bad person. I am the bad person and we need to release shame.
That's a big one. Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Because you know what? When do we make bad choices? When we're afraid. When we're afraid of losing something we have or not gaining something we want, we can make a bad decision. We can lie, we could scheme, we could choose something that isn't in our best interest because we're afraid of losing something we have or not getting what we want.
Yeah.
And you know what? Most human beings have done it. You're not alone. Yeah. And that includes getting married. I mean, I had this discussion with a client yesterday where I've had clients tell me, even the day of the wedding, they knew it wasn't right.
Wow.
They knew it wasn't right, but they walked down that aisle married because they'd already spent all the money and the guests were already coming and they were already there. So when you see the movies and the groom runs out or the bride runs out, then it's like,
At least they did that.
Yeah. I mean, those movies, people are like, whoa, I wish I could have done that. But, you know, I think I had in my entire career one client who said, both of them that day, and they spent a lot of money. They were like, we shouldn't be doing this. And they didn't get married.
Wow.
Which was really powerful.
Yeah.
So when we are afraid, so in that situation, what are you afraid of losing? You're afraid of losing everyone's awe and acceptance. You know, everyone's like cheers on the bride and groom, right? You're afraid of losing that and people judging you.
Yep.
You're not going to gain what? The respect and admiration that you want. You know, like I have a client who's thinking about going to another country to teach a language, and I'm like, cool, wow, that's awesome. And the more we talked, I'm like, are you really passionate about that?
Or are you just running away?
Yeah. Or are you just running away? And now that you've told everyone you're going, does that mean that you feel locked in? You can change your mind. We can always change our mind.
I think that's very tough for me that I struggle with, and I think a lot of others is.
Why is it hard for you?
Because I feel like I want to be a man of my word.
Okay, which is good, right?
Right.
I think being a person, a man, woman of our word is really very valuable.
Yeah.
And respectful.
Yeah.
But
if it's not in my best interest, then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So give me an example.
And also disappointing others. It's hard for me. It's
right. No one likes disappointing anyone. Right. But and I'm not talking about breaking engagements. If you plan to meet someone for dinner and you're like, oh, I'd rather do this. No. Be follow through people. But when you're talking about breaking something, not being a man of your word, do you have an example you can give that was something that you really did need to change your mind about?
Let's see.
I mean, people have career paths they change in the middle of their lives. People change career paths. People have ended relationships because they don't work anymore. And we're going to talk about that in our next segment, relationships. You know, not staying where something you have worked on it, you have tried, it's not happening. And we'll talk again in more depth. But, like, we get to change our mind about things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely something that I've struggled with for sure, but I've gotten better as far as just, like, speaking my own truth and, like, what's really going on and not trying to spread myself too thin and add too much things on to where I have to, I don't know, call it off.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So.
Well, I think in the situation where this young man took his life, he was, in a really bad marriage, and he didn't see any way out, and there were some financial issues, and it's really sad.
Wow.
There's also, I think it's called the Save a Fox Foundation, and the woman who ran it, she was quite young. Her name is Michaela, and I follow her on Instagram, and this really chokes me up because she took her life because she was bullied on social media for the work she did with foxes. And if you go on and follow her name's Michaela, I think it's Save a Fox. It's still going. Her husband's keeping it going, and she has a little girl, and you see her with the foxes, holding them, kissing them, like she was doing this beautiful work. She got bullied, chastised. She was annihilated on social media, and I do want to address that. Like, wow, for doing something, people deemed her as a freak, and that was a passion because she believed in this. And I am a huge animal person, so I really admire all the people. I want to put a shout out to anyone running a rescue, doing rescue of all kinds, and also taking care of our environment that needs so much love and care. Trees, plants, the wildlife, our sea life. I mean, people often say they're so radical. Well, you have to almost be radical because you have so much against you going. There's not a lot of support.
Yep.
And so I've been looking at dogs because I just lost my dog now. I'm slowing it down because I don't want to fill the void. I have to feel what I'm feeling, but
Yeah.
I do want another dog. I like having a walking companion. I want to rescue another life. There are hundreds and thousands of animals being put down every probably second. People, I'm going to put a plea out. If you have the time, space, money, and heart to go rescue, please rescue right now a cat or a dog. The shelters are overcrowded, and they're putting animals to sleep all the time. Yeah. All the time. Riverside's really bad here.
Oh, yeah.
And, we need to do more. We need to do better. Mm-hmm. We need to do better as human beings for one another, for this planet. I mean, this I can really go nuts on. We all need to do better.
Yeah.
Now, that means me taking personal responsibility to do better. Not just preach about doing better. Because someone did that recently, preached to me how, people should be going to the shelters and pulling the animals out. And I'm looking at this woman who makes a very good living, who has a huge house, who doesn't have an animal, and I'm thinking,
interesting.
And I actually spoke up and said, hey, let's not look at everybody else, how everybody else needs to do this, that, and the other. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. Because I know what I'm doing. I mean, I've got a bunch of rescues, and I'm doing my part every day as much as I can in many areas because I'm the only one I can look at in the mirror. I'm the one I've got to be. I'm the one I live with, right? All the time. Mm-hmm. So let's not talk about what everyone else should be doing.
Yeah, you're right.
It's personal responsibility.
You're right. I mean, that goes for so many things.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. The planet, our own physical health, how we treat others.
Right.
It goes.
Respect.
Yeah,
right?
respect.
People shouldn't be flipping people off on the road as you flip someone off, right? It's like, let's stop looking outside of ourselves and look inward and ask ourselves what we could do to be better.
I mean, I want to talk about social media and the fact that I struggle with even as a creator, and something I've been struggling with is my validation for who I am as a person linked to the amount of views I get or shares or comments. Right. I've been in a hole for months now to where all my views and reach and all that, the analytics are decreasing, and I'm chasing the algorithm and chasing what's trying to work. And at the same time, I'm like, am I falling off as a human being? What's going on? But it's, everything else around me is good, but that part, and it's just well, that's my job. And now I feel like I'm less than as a person because
that's tough. So that's back to the self-limiting beliefs of my self-worth is not dependent on how many likes, views I get. And I know as a creator, that's part of how you get your products out there, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just tough. It's just I put a lot of time and energy into it, and if it's not affecting people the same way, it just is very demotivating, for sure. So yeah. It's been a struggle for sure. So yeah.
I mean, I wish I had a lot of suggestions on that, being someone that doesn't love social media.
Right.
I mean, it's tough for me because I feel like I see snapshots of lives, and everyone's just amazing and great, and it's incredible. And I'm just what's happening with you behind the scene? I wish I could talk to you, and it's because real life isn't always snapping.
No. It's not a highlight reel. Yeah, there's a lot of BS that goes on in a lot of people's lives that even, the people that we think that have it together.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's trends, things coming, I don't know. That's one I really not going to try to speak to because it's not.
I can definitely practice being more vulnerable on social media. It's just hard to do that when it's okay, how do I make it catchy for somebody to...
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I mean, sometimes when I do a vulnerable post, people are not interested. And sometimes I just do a short little blurb and I get a ton of views. So I don't know what the difference is or what that's about.
Yeah.
I guess for me, because I'm not doing as much as you. I don't know there. I just know you need to smash that belief that your self-worth is dependent on that, or that your success is dependent on it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Your products are amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I had to, I'm gonna throw in a product for Organic Jaguar. So before I came, another one of my cats is sick. I had to rush. Let's all praise he does well today. He's at the vet, but I had a shower, and when I shower with that shampoo, I'm just like, I feel like, and I think about you because, I know these products are made with like pure intention and love. And I'm like showering off like bad juju energy and like cleansing. Whenever I use the products, I just feel like new and cleansed, and I highly recommend them.
I love
and
that.
I'm not just saying that. And Austin knows I'm a no bullshit person.
Yeah.
I use the products because I love them. And that's just the truth.
That's so cool. And even if they weren't, I mean, they are the best ingredients, but my mom makes the shampoo, body wash, conditioner. So I feel like there's like, a hand-to-hand aspect of like her putting her love into these products.
I love that.
Yeah. So I think that, in itself has an effect as well.
Yeah.
So, it's not some mega
but I
conglomerate.
hear what you're saying. It's just like my client who's in sales. He's not making sales. So now he's really feeling low. Like he's he's like, he's crushed his self-worth.
As humans, we get like, we need to be productive. We need to add to society, and it's like our work usually gives us a lot of purpose and a lot of meaning to us being on earth. So it's like whenever we aren't reciprocated in that, it's tough to separate, it really is.
And I think that's a huge goal that you should have and could have. Is my practice has had incredible highs and some lows, some midstream, but like when it's low, I can't go to this place like, whoa, I suck, I'm outdated, I'm too old, I need to remember like, hey, I don't know, maybe I do need to put myself out there more on social media. Who knows? I don't know. I just need, I like talk to the universe. I'm like, hey, send me anybody you believe I can make a difference in their life, I can help, and that I can create positive change, because that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I put it out there. That's what I believe. I have to believe my worth, first of all, is not dependent on what I do.
Yeah, it's hard for me to separate. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And
we all need to make a living. And those of us who are in industries where we really want to help people, and I know you do too.
Yeah.
It's hard when it's like, where are the people? Where are the, where are they? But the right people will find you and find your products, because they'll find that they work, they believe in you, kind of like people that work with me.
Yeah.
And I love the work I do. I love working with people. I'm do I love people more, animals more? It's a tough one. I love both. But I love when I see the light come on in someone's eyes, or I can help someone when they are asking for guidance and give them guidance in directions that really make such positive changes. We're sitting with someone when they're bawling their eyes out, and just be there and hold that space for them and let them know you're not going to die in those feelings.
Yeah.
Trust me, I feel like I'm going to die too when I go there. I do. I feel it too. Yeah. But you won't, and you will walk through it. But let someone love you through it. You don't have to do that alone. Like, I beg people, don't do this alone.
Because you've seen where when they tackle it alone, it usually doesn't end up well. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
We need one another. Mm-hmm. Oh, so we were talking about social media. Well, let's go back there a little bit. The bullying thing is really like mind-blowing to me, how much I see how cruel I see that people can be. Yeah. And that harms people. People are committing suicide after being bullied. There was also a young boy, I don't know, 17. I followed his story. This amazing kid who killed himself. I mean, bullying really does beat people down.
Cyberbullying is one of the biggest
Yeah.
biggest things to young kids that has
Yeah.
such a huge negative impact.
Right.
It's so sad. I mean, my little brother, he's 22 now, but he was even bullied in middle school and high school, and it's insane. So he was cyberbullied, and it's like me and you, when we went to high school, it's like, okay, we get bullied in school, we
Right.
leave, we go home, it's not there anymore, you know? But now these kids are going home with this bullying because they're getting comments and
Yeah.
DMs and all
I
this
mean,
kind of
I don't
stuff.
want to minimize the bullying that happened to people in
Right.
also your generation, mine, because I've worked with a lot of people that have had a lot of
Oh, I got bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've had to really work through that. But cyberbullying it's like, what is it?
It's a whole different mind.
Yeah, and it's like people are hiding behind that stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, what do they call that?
Keyboard warriors.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you have nothing good to say,
Yeah.
to me, zip it, man. Like,
Yeah.
really? That's when I talk about we have to all do better. We need to be building each other up and
Yeah.
supporting one another, not tearing each other down.
Yeah.
That's not,
It's not okay. Yeah.
it doesn't support anyone's best self.
Yeah.
You know, so with the holidays coming and depression does seem to rise, I just, more than anything, want people, I'm here, I'm around, I will answer my phone. By the way, I'm a therapist that when you call, I always get back.
Mm-hmm.
And I often, if I can, I will answer the phone.
Yeah.
And I will return your emails. So my website is innerpeacesd.com, and it's Maria at innerpeacesd.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you reach out, I will be there for you, and I
Yeah.
will help you, because I do this work because I genuinely care.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely want to help you because I know what it's like to be anxious, depressed, bullied,
Yeah.
go through trauma, go through grief and loss, and the gamut,
Yeah.
across the gamut. And listen, what's life about? We want to enjoy life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to have joy.
Yeah.
We want to have connection. We want to have peace. Let's go for it.
I think
right?
those three are probably the biggest
Right?
things. Yeah.
Joy,
Yeah.
connection, and peace. I
Yeah.
think love, right? We
Mm-hmm.
want joy, connection, peace, and love.
Mm-hmm.
With connection, I'm like love because there's, So Austin mentioned about my retreats. My retreats are amazing. Like if you want a transformational experience,
Huge.
these retreats are great. I mean, they're really good.
You got to be ready to put in the work, though.
You do.
Yeah.
They're deep therapy retreats, but I've also just created new retreats. It's called Zen Club,
Okay.
where it's more about gatherings, hiking,
Aligned products.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, organic
food.
Yeah, organic. There's going to be organic food prepared and served. We're going to have sound healing, sharing circles,
So sick.
meditation. So it's not therapy per se, but is it therapeutic? Yes, but
Yeah.
but it's not deep therapy. We're not going to be those are my other retreats. This Zen Club is for people who want to connect with real people, who want to find their tribe.
Love that.
Right. And you can actually come out with your own family or your own group, and we're going to have these like amazing weekends because
Love that.
I want to keep bringing people together.
Yeah. We need it more than ever.
It's what we need. We don't need to be alone. We don't need to be talking to a chat GPT friend. We need one another,
Yeah.
and we need to find safe space.
And also get out of our comfort zone, too. It's like, if you told me when I lived in Florida or when I was in the Marine Corps, I would be doing a sound healing or yoga or
healing the
cacao
child
ceremony.
or healing the child within retreat.
Yeah, I would have
Right.
been like, you're high as fuck. Like, that's what I
Right.
literally said. Like,
Right.
what are you talking about? Like,
Right.
what is sound healing? Like,
Right.
yeah, and it's like, but all these modalities have collectively helped me so much. Like, so much. So,
Which retreats have you been to? Self-love retreat, the journey to self-love,
inner
Ye-
child,
healing the child within,
aligning the chakras.
reawakening the chakras.
And then there's a fourth one.
There was a fourth one. What was it? You might have done one twice.
No, there's a fourth one.
I'm not sure which one that was, but it could be a creative expression. I don't think you did
No.
that one, but
Self-love.
yeah, I think
we said that? Okay.
Yeah, I think you did that one twice, and because you had different experiences when you were in one place than when you were in another, and people do multiple retreats, but
Yeah.
But these retreats are experiential. You actually are working with one another. There's a lot of like activity, exercises, connecting. I mean, you'll cry the hardest you've ever cried, but you'll laugh the hardest you've laughed. I mean, they're really beautiful. I love doing them because I love what I see happen, the changes that happen in the people that come.
Yeah, it's huge. It's amazing. I mean, we need connection more than ever. The retreats are amazing because you're getting out of your everyday routine, your everyday life.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
You're disconnecting.
We turn the phones off. There's no technology. There's nothing.
No newspapers.
It's just nature, right?
Nature, people, humans.
Exactly. Nature, nurture, right?
That's it.
And connection. That's it. And we all need that. We all need to unplug at times. And also, if you are in that dark as hell place, just go do something different. Like, just move the energy. Move the damn energy.
Even if it's going for a walk.
Exactly.
That's it. Without your phone. Just go for a walk.
I mean, there were times in my life when I was in those dark places of contemplating whether I want to continue on the earth. And I thought, you know what? Before I kill myself, I'll just buy a ticket to another country and just land there. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I was like, I won't just kill myself. I will do all the things that I am afraid to do before I ever do that. But listen, people ask me like, do you think it's cowardly to kill yourself? I'm like, listen, if you've never been in that kind of space, it's not selfish and it's not cowardly. I mean, yes, you're self-absorbed. You could call it selfish, but you're in so much pain that you just can't see anything else.
Yeah.
That's why I want to reach people before you get to that place. Yeah. Like, don't wait until you're like so bad off that you can't lift the phone and call someone. It's like we need to be proactive now. Mm-hmm. And you know what? If you're afraid of sounding like a victim, screw it. Who cares? Just reach out. Tell someone. I take that seriously when people talk to me about it. And and you can overcome those feelings. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. That's what suicide is. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And with grief and loss, right? You lost your dog, Luna. Mm-hmm. I walked through a lot of that with you, saw the depths of despair and agony.
Horrible.
And I've been going through it, and it's brutal.
Oh, it's so horrible.
It's brutal. It's especially loss that just happens out of nowhere, man. It's tough. And I have a great community of friends that have reached out to me, called, texted, invited me over. I feel
awesome.
Very fortunate, but I really worked hard at creating that community and putting myself out there, before all this happened, thank goodness, because it's helped carry me along. Yeah. One friend said, I hope the love, we can't take that hurt away and that pain, but I hope the love that we give you eases it as you move through this pain. Fills a little bit of those holes. Can't fill them all, but hope the love your friends give you helps fill a little bit of that up. And I'm like, it really does. Wow. And I'm grateful. And I have a lot of gratitude for that, And there was a time in my life I didn't have that community, but I had a therapist. And I knew my therapist cared about me. Mm-hmm. And there were times my therapist helped carry me through until I got to a place where I could find other people I could trust and feel safe with and reach out to. So there are pivotal times in our life, and therapists aren't only for crisis. Right. It's to improve and work on yourself and better yourself. But especially in those places, it's so valuable.
Loss is, huge, and a lot of people don't know how to move through that. No. It's not taught. It's not taught. When a dog dies or, you know, a family member or something, it's like, it's kind of, as humans, it's like, how do we work through that?
People are like, are you good? Are you good now? It's like, no. I mean, I'm so real and raw with people. Everyone that's asked me, I'm like, I mean, I have cried with people I don't know that well, bawled.
Mm.
I'm like, no, it hurts like hell. It's, you know, any of you, I have cats and dogs, okay? So I have deep connections with both. But anybody here who's lost a cat or a dog, a furry family member, you know, we can include fish, birds, lizards, everybody else, right? But you know that relationship is so special.
Mm-hmm.
It's so personal. You can't really explain it to anyone else, your relationship with your dog and your cat. It is the most unique, special, sacred, amazing relationship that no one can understand. I mean, we can, but we can't because it's so unique, man. Yeah. And it's like losing that. I posted on my social media a video I actually made of Lucky before he died. And then I saw it and I was like, I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to put that video out there. And because everything I said in that video, I meant. He was like the best friend.
Yeah.
You know, there is no better friend. There really isn't. Yeah. It's unconditional love, and humans, we're not capable.
Oh, no. And
we're not.
We just also it's hard for us to process that, you know, because it's unconditional. It's like they give us everything.
Everything.
And no expectation of anything else.
And I really, truly believe that's why they don't live as long. They don't have as many lessons to learn. They live in the present moment. They love unconditionally. They forgive unconditionally. And they're just pure love and joy. I mean, they're just, you know. And so people may say, well, what about that dog or that cat who's mean? Well, you know what? Just like people who are abused, we're guarded. We can bite. We can have triggers. So do animals. So, like, remember that. Like, there's reasons. Doesn't mean you can't heal from them, and animals heal from them too, just like this rescue you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, she seems brighter and more, like, feel safer, and because we all need that. Yeah. We need reassurance, you know, that we're okay, that we're safe, that we're not going to be hurt.
Even just those 3 sentences you just said made me feel good, you know.
What?
That I'm going to be okay, that I'm not going to be hurt, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just hearing that, it just feels really good.
Yeah, you know, and it's true. And, like,
we do need reassurance. I feel like in all aspects, I don't know. This world's tough.
It is tough.
And oftentimes we don't get reassurance, you know, from our loved one or parents or intimate relationship. And, reassurance feels good.
We seriously do not get enough of that, and we need to be giving it to one another, right, as often as we can. My brother ended up in the hospital with horrible situation. I'm not going into it, but horrible. And we don't talk much. We hardly ever talk, but I heard he was in the hospital. I called him. He's like, you don't need to call me. I'm like, listen, I love you. And we talked, and he got really vulnerable and shared. And then we talked again, and he was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, I raised good kids. I'm not going to live like this with this condition. I'm like,
wow.
I had to watch myself because part of me is like, you can live with this condition. Hey, I can't talk for him. I need to, like, rein that in and just be like, wow, I hear you. Your situation sucks. And just honor that, you know, first before I'm, like, going to
solution.
Yeah.
Because that feels validating, like, to hear, like, okay, yeah, you're right. My situation does suck. And it almost makes me, like, if I'm in this situation, like, makes me think, like, okay, all right, she heard me. Now maybe, like, let me figure out what I can do next.
Yes, which people don't realize that, like, the people who have said that about Lucky passing, like, that's horrible, that sucks. You would think, oh, that's not very supportive. It is supportive.
Yeah, it is.
Because as soon as I hear that, it's like, okay, yes, it does, but I don't stay there. When I stay there is when someone says, Just be grateful for the time you had. I get angry and then I stay there. I can't move the energy. But when someone's like, Maria, wow, man, you're going through it. I'm like, I am. I can move and shift the energy. I can show up and do a podcast with you. I don't have to sit home and feel sorry for myself. I know I've got those feelings. They're going to keep moving through me. I've been through a lot of loss already. You know that. Mm-hmm. I can walk through it. But another friend said to me something very powerful, which was when I said, man, I'm still missing Lucky. You know, it's been 3 weeks. She said, I'd be worried about you if you weren't missing him. Yeah. And I needed to hear that. Like, you know, it's totally normal. We're not supposed to, someone dies, person or animal, and just be like, I'm good now.
That's how I feel about the breakup, to be honest. It's like,
breakups too.
I should be still feeling this way.
Yeah, you broke up? Well, aren't you better? Why aren't you moved on? Why? I mean, that's bullshit. Yeah. If we truly love, right? If we were truly loved, whoever it was we lost, I would think you're going to be feeling it for a while, and sometimes forever. Like when I lost my mom, I've talked to a lot of people who lost their moms, and they said, and these are people who lost their mom 10 and 20 years ago, and they said, I think about my mom every day. And I was like, I think about my mom still every day. It's been 3 years. And they said, and it's okay. But the thinking about her is a little different than when I first lost her. In the beginning, it was just raw and bawling and missing and yearning. And sometimes I can have a good cry still, but most of it is like, hey, Mom, you know, how you doing? Like, I love you. Like, I miss you. Or it's just a thought in my mind. I have pictures of her, so I just look at her and I'm like, you know, it's not like when I love deeply. So it's not like you're just forgotten. Yeah. You know, I mean, for me, when I go, I want over that rainbow bridge because, you know, I've had so many animals that have already passed. So, like, I told my dad that, and he was like, don't you want to see Mom and I first? I'm like, listen, I'll get there, but I'm running over that rainbow bridge, and I'm going to be celebrating with, like, swarms
of
cats and dogs. I'm going to be lying on some grass and having everybody come over.
That's awesome. Wow. I see it. That's so funny.
You know, it's like when we love, right? Yeah. So why should you be over a breakup like that?
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
You know? And I know even bringing up Luna is still like...
Still tough.
Yeah.
I still think about her every day.
Of course. Yeah. You had a very unique, beautiful, special bond. It's not like you get over it. You carry her with you forever. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
So and breakup's tough because they're still there, you know, like physically on this earth.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I mean, it's true. When someone is still on the earth, but you don't see him anymore, talk to him anymore, touch them anymore, that's painful. Yeah. It's painful.
Seeing photos or, you know, things we used to do together and now doing it alone, it's just, so.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time. Yeah. You know, grief, you know, when people come in all the time with loss, and I let them know, wow, if I could fix it, I would. Believe me. Yeah. I wish someone could fix my grief. Right. But what I can do is be here for you as you're going through it. And someone may not think that's valuable, but it's valuable for me, I know, and it's been valuable for those I've worked with because it's hard to navigate. Because it's like we judge ourselves. Should I be feeling this? Yeah. You know, am I dwelling? Am I doing too much? Is it okay to still cry? Hey, listen, we all grieve differently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have those things on repeat.
Those questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're feeling, it's okay. You just don't want to be trapped where you're not productive or enjoying your life anymore. In the beginning, sure, we all just, you know. But if you're trapped there, that's, again, reach out for help, right? Yeah. Because we do get trapped sometimes. And we do need help getting out of being untrapped. But it's an ebb and a flow. It's energy. I mean, grief is energy. Everything has an ebb and a flow.
So tell me this. So when someone holds on to that grief and they don't allow it to process through and they distract or smoke weed, alcohol, whatever, does it manifest in the body? Does it come out in some other sort of way?
Yeah, they're people can be really short and nasty and get triggered really quick and start getting controlling, or they could be so incapacitated where they can't even go to work and they're calling in sick, or they're just smoking or drinking themselves into oblivion. Yeah, and then physically, obviously, you start getting sick. And, you know, I have people who will come to me after years after either a pet or a person died and just start the grief process because they never did it. They just stuffed it away because it was too much. Now, I don't judge that, man, because grief does feel like too much. It feels like too much for me some days, too. Yeah. So I don't judge it. I'm like, hey, you're ready now? Cool, we'll address it. You know, we're going to walk through this. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But ideally, we want to let ourselves, we need to feel to heal, right? We need to feel to heal. That reminds me of a retreat. If this one client is out there who really was like a big, if you're hearing this, I want you to hear me, because we did this anger workshop at a retreat. And he was like, I need to feel to heal. And the whole group, like, we started yelling it, screaming it. And he literally just fell to the ground. He was like 29 years old, screaming and crying. Wow. We need to feel to heal because, like you said, men in particular and young men don't do it. And he was fighting it, and he was just full of rage all the time. And he was like, I need to feel to heal. And we all screamed with him. And he just like broke it. It like he had a breakthrough that like no other. It was so beautiful. And we're all screaming and crying and like right there with one another. It was so beautiful. I mean,
it feels relieving to even hear, like in my, in my own heart. It's like, wow, I bet that was so enlightening afterward for him.
Anger gets a bad rap. And I tell people all the time, hey, anger is an emotion, just like, joy and laughter and we need to get our anger out in productive ways. Anger is not rage. People are like, oh, yeah, but anger's bad. I'm like, hey, rage is different. And you can find with your therapist a safe space to release that huge amount of anger and rage, right, in healthy ways. There's many ways. But anger, right, when I get angry, it's trying to protect me from something. Hey, I don't like this. I don't like how someone treated me. I just got angry. Oh, it's a message. It's like I need to set a boundary. It's telling me something's off. Anger can be a very good alert for me. I don't like this situation. This isn't good for me. This doesn't support me.
It's a self-protector almost.
Yes, okay. It is a self-protector in many ways.
Wow.
Now, anger can come out at other people because you're not dealing with your emotions, your grief, your frustrations, your depression, your fear.
So you're projecting.
Right. So when you start projecting, right, that's not a productive anger. But there's productive anger, right? Like, yeah, I'm really angry that this happened to me, and I need to release that anger. I don't need to go off on someone, but I need to release it with my therapist because it's good to be validated when you're angry. Right. Because it's good for me. Yes, you have every right to be angry. I mean, on the way here, I was really, a song came on, a raging song, and I love to raise the volume, try not to speed too much, but, and rage it out. And I'm like, I'm angry. I'm angry that there's so many of my pets are dying at once and that they're all sick at once and I'm overwhelmed and it's hard and I'm angry. And it's okay because it's me releasing the energy so I can go take care of business.
I feel like if you hold it in, it just stays longer and progresses in your body. Whereas if you just rage and let it out.
Yeah, you release it. But and if I don't, it's going to come out at other people and in other ways. And it's not going to be good. And I don't want to do that. I don't want anyone to be the result of that. So when I feel my feelings, I let them out. Yeah. And there's constructive ways and destructive ways. So alcohol and drugs, like if we're using that to feel, it's more destructive.
Yeah, I mean, you're not even feeling, you're numbing. Right. Yeah, you're doing the opposite.
Or you're trying to elicit, people elicit a lot of feelings with alcohol in particular, as far as like you can have a good cry.
Was it like you're not really consciously
I mean,
there
it's
though.
not like you can't get it out, but you need to do it in this state of mind.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
I tell people, everyone who's doing, ayahuasca or shrooms or any of it, and some of it's really helpful. I know I've
Right.
tons of clients doing it, but you got to do your work in this mindset. You want to heal here as well.
I mean, the true work with those types of healing modalities is after.
Exactly.
Is the integration,
Exactly.
which is the hardest part.
Yeah, and that's when people come to therapy to start integrating that and working
Right.
through it. But you want to be in this consciousness.
Yeah, that's
so
the real work.
People are usually using alcohol and drugs to suppress feelings, not as much to feel.
Right. I mean, I've used weed to suppress for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so I know that firsthand.
I think a lot of us have used a lot of things to suppress a lot of feelings because feelings can be overwhelming.
Can. I mean, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and so...
Especially if maybe like someone was not taught in childhood how to process their feelings, which a lot, I feel like aren't,
Yeah.
Like, oh, you'll be okay, like hush up or, don't cry, blah, blah.
The friend that has the Chat GPT friend, her friend is the Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And they have I listen to them. It's like they have a great thing going. And it's crazy. I thought, wow, this is a person, I don't know her that well. She's not someone who gets vulnerable with others. She was probably not raised, the culture she was raised in, I believe she was raised to suppress all feelings. And so it's safe. That's safe, But
it's safe and accessible.
Exactly.
And convenient.
And so again, when you brought up getting out of the comfort zone and being vulnerable, we've got to do that to connect.
Have to. Yeah.
And like you said, I want to reiterate it, and not, I know you said I said it, but vulnerability does breed vulnerability. If I'm vulnerable, it creates a safe space for you to be vulnerable, and then we can really just connect.
Yeah. Because the AI thing is you're not in this present state, kind of, to be honest. Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
So.
And it's scary to be raw and real with another human, and that's what you need to process.
Exactly.
So doing it with AI, it's like it's like a fake almost,
It is. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad because you deserve to be hugged, right? Held or spoken to, or you need, come on.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to feel one another's energy and also what's genuine. That's a
Yeah, I mean that's an algorithm that was programmed by some other human being.
Right. When I'm with you, I feel a genuine care from you. What am I feeling here? Some pseudo care that's
true. Exactly, and that's why I think retreats and in-person events and all this is becoming way more prevalent and needed, and like people are starting to realize like, oh, I need to disconnect actually and like reconnect with real humans. Right. That's why your retreats or the Zen Club or even the organic gathering stuff, it's like people want to really connect again. It's
true.
People are fed up with the online BS.
Well, good. I hope people are getting fed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Zen Mountain retreats in Idyllwild here in California, it's a beautiful experience. I mean, I love retreats. I mean, I've been on some retreats with some groups that I don't even want to leave ever. I love everyone so much. I'm like, we have such beautiful connections and such, when you share in the healing, like collectively.
It's huge. Yeah, and you feel like so connected with them because you're like, you heard their like deep shit, they've heard yours and they've held you through it. And now like you're making amazing food and now laughing about some random thing, that's quirky about yourself or whatever. Yeah, it's fun.
It's a bond for life.
It feels like a tribe, like how we used to live.
Yeah.
Like close with each other and connected and having to rely on somebody else. Yeah. Not just like, oh, I got it all by myself. Because nowadays it's easy to be independent. It's like I could have someone DoorDash food here and water and like I don't have to do anything for myself anymore besides wipe my butt, It's like it's wild. So we are wanting to go back the other way, I think.
No, truly. And I do want to encourage people, especially through the winter and holidays, be mindful of your friends and your family members. If someone's just not coming around we're being quieter, we're disappearing. Reach out, check in, see how they're doing. Don't dismiss it. You know, we need to really be like keen awareness right now with the people we know in our surroundings and checking in on one another.
Yeah.
You know, because it can be a very happy celebratory time, and it could be a very lonely, isolating time. I've had holidays that were celebratory, and I've had holidays that were isolating, and holy crap, those were really, really tough. You know, so not everybody feels that. Also, if you had deaths over holidays, and those are anniversaries, you know, so that can trigger a lot of feelings, and you know, so I want us to, because that suicide rate goes up. I mean, it's terrible.
I mean, it's huge. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like the Hallmark holidays. It's all the commercials you see, every
Such bullshit.
Big store you go in. It's like these families all getting together and all that. And like, that's not, you know, some people don't have that, you know.
Some people don't. It's great for those of you that do. I mean, I'm like, that's awesome. The part I said that's bullshit is that it's all about the money and what you buy and what you spend and what you give. It's not about that. The holidays are about spending time with people, connecting with people. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not about the superficial crap.
Yeah.
And not everybody has good family relations.
I mean, that's probably the biggest thing is I feel like a lot of people will go back to their family with maybe their newly learned ways of life, and then it's like so easy for them to get triggered by their parents or whatever. Exactly. Yeah. I'm so thankful I'm in a great place with my parents that like they see my growth and they support it, and it's really beautiful.
I mean, that is
I see their own growth too, which is really cool. So, yeah, which is awesome. But I know for a lot of people, and even me, especially in the Marine Corps, like it was tough, like the holidays for sure. You know, just not being able to go home or whatever.
There's a lot of toxic families or just toxic dynamics in some families. And I mean, I haven't spent holidays with my family in a while, but you know, when my mom was here, I always went back for holidays, but I'll be with friends this year, which I'm happy about. But a lot of people go back and the toxic dynamics come up, and it's very triggering, painful. You may feel, if you always felt excluded in your family, you're probably going to feel it again. If you were always scapegoat and the one who, you know, people picked on, it could happen again. Those dynamics, unfortunately, often replay. So you have to be really kind of fit and ready, and if you choose to go back and be with your family and bring your best self and do what you can to make it as good as you can in those difficult situations, you know?
Yeah, if you get triggered by your family easy, I think, like, appreciate the time that you have with them, recognize that, like, trigger or where they're, you know, bringing up some things, and just kind of don't even, like, bite into it.
Right,
you know?
And if you don't appreciate the time you have with them, do something else.
Yeah.
Don't force
feel
yourself.
obligated.
Yeah. This obligation thing, don't feel obligated to do anything. I don't think that's a good way to.
Yeah, some people like hate going home for Thanksgiving or whatever, and it's like, why are you doing it then?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and if you hate it, what can you do to change it and make it better rather than just go as an obligation and be miserable? You know? Is there anything you can do to shift it? If not, you know, rethink it.
Yeah.
You know, do what's best for you.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of topics today.
Yeah.
Today was the raw and real.
I love it.
I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all that we've been discussing, and I hope this was helpful for our listeners.
I think this is a great timing too, because just the holidays coming up. I mean, a lot of what we talked about with grief or the holidays, or just so many things I feel like is very prevalent when it comes to this time of year. It's a little easier to spring and summer to be more active, to not have to rely on your community or the people you love, because maybe it's easier to get outside or whatever, but coming up is hard.
And loneliness is real, and you can be and feel lonely in a crowd, you know?
Oh, for sure.
If you're not vulnerable and you're not sharing your real feelings and connecting, course, you're going to feel lonely, even in a family, in a crowd, in a group. So that's where we have to get out of our comfort zone and be real.
Or even I'm thinking like if your friends like make fun of you for being real and honest, like you slowly get new friends for sure who can like support you through that. Because yeah, I mean I'm thinking like in high school, for instance, it's like my friends would have laughed at me, so which they're young and I was young too, but you want to have friends that'll support you through not only the highs but the lows too.
Well, there are even adults who I see who gently bully each other around having too many emotions or this or that, This is your journey. This is your life, your journey. You're here, on your own, right? Finding your own purpose, your own growth, your own transformation. Focus on you. Let others do. I mean, I finally found a tribe of friends that
Awesome.
I'm so grateful. I have so much gratitude. Like, I love these people so much. They are so genuine. And I'm like, oh my God, where you been on my whole life? It's like better than any intimate relationship I've ever had.
It's
Truly.
huge. Yeah, friendships are everything for me. I mean, I moved across the country by myself, so it's like friendships are everything. They've supported me through so much. So they are my family.
Right.
Really. I mean, my few best friends I have here, like I have a few best friends. I don't have many friends, and like I rely on them like family for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and honestly, I consider the people like you family, and people that I have worked with family, and because I have a genuine, true love and connection with those I've worked with, and many of them stay in touch with me when they move on.
Yeah.
And some are, come in and out for check-ins, and like it's amazing. The community that has grown is just beautiful. It's a beautiful community. A lot of people have made great friends and connections, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love bringing people together.
It's everything. It really is. In a world that's disconnected.
Right.
That's everything for sure.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Where you can find me is maria@innerpeacesd.com. I'll throw out my phone number, 619-339-4316. You could text or call, and I will get back to you. And I really do hope, if there's anything that I've said or shared and you believe I can help you on your journey, help you get out of a tough space, help you work through some of your grief or trauma or anything you're going through, please reach out.
And you don't have to be in San Diego, by the way. You also do Zoom, FaceTime.
Yeah, I do Zoom, video chat, FaceTime. I do it all. And so, yes, and I'm here for you, and know that you're not alone. I like to hear that from others too.
Yeah.
You know what? A lot of friends have said throughout my life, "Hey, Maria, if you're ever homeless, you can always live with me." Now, I know that sounds like, but that reassurance, even though I've never been in a place of, I've had moments it's been tight, right? But it was like they were saying, "Hey, you always have a friend here. You always have a place to land.
I've got your back.
I've got your back." We need to keep telling each other that.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't even have to be down and out to hear that. It feels good to know, because like I said, this client whose friend that she admired because he did so well, people who are like overachievers and overgivers and overdoers, therapists out there, like whoever you are doing and giving, right? You have to still be vulnerable with people and share that, even if it's a few, even if it's your therapist or whoever, you've got to let someone know you. So when the time comes in life, listen, things happen.
Sure.
We are not in control. We are powerless over so much. When the time comes, you've got a couple people you've already created that safe space with that you can go to and know they'll be there.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Right.
Yeah. I'm so grateful because you're helping my friends in like other states, which is really cool. So I'm just thinking like SoCal is amazing that you're here, but online as well.
Yeah, I've got people all over the country that I'm talking to in different states, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
I love in person, but we do good on video chat as well.
And our next episode's going to be on relationships.
Relationships. So tune in. We're going to talk about healthy relationships because a lot of people aren't sure they know what that is. Toxic relationships. Do you feel trapped in your relationship? Are you in a relationship with a narcissist? Are you...
Your relationship with yourself.
Yes, and your relationship, which is key to having a healthy relationship with someone else.
Your relationship with spirit, God,
exactly,
divine,
with the universe, God, whatever that is. Your relationship with nature, your relationship with yourself, self-care, that relationship. Huge in having healthy relationships with others. So
I'm stoked. That's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, heck yeah. Maria, Inner Peace, Austin, Organic Conversations. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Austin.
Heck yeah.